Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Brewing Live, all new season. This is episode number 102. It's been 102 episodes by far so far for mental preparedness in the new landscape of living amidst challenges of our present time. And Brewing Live is a community service of DCAP Coffee Republic and our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. And in partnership with Life Coach Philippines, our heart here as game changers is to brew mental fitness in your space and help nurture holistic mental health for you and the people that matters to you. So shout out to all of those game changers that we have. Maraming salamat for serving this corner of the digital space and advancing life coaching ethically and authentically. Giving is a lifestyle which never goes out of style. I encourage you to expand your heart today and by supporting us, supporting the work that we do by blessing Decaf Coffee Republic with your food and beverage order. No, Decaf Coffee Republic, if you're new to the page or maybe you've been browsing the page, the Facebook page, you can see all of the options that we have there from food and beverages, and we have new lineup as well for your food, healthy food options that you will see in there. That's something that you can start transitioning, especially if you have a history of a family that have diabetes. There's a lot of options in there for you to be able to take advantage so that you can start consuming food healthier. We have delicious vegan meals as well and fresh guyabano for easy switch to healthy eating. And we also have sausage platter and waffles and cakes. If you are looking for your favorite comfort food, it's also available there. Something that I'm super excited at when I go to the Coffee Republic before when I'm ordering the sausage platter. It's one of the things that I can remember of a past experience, especially when growing up, when my mom used to cook sausage for us, the famous red sausage. That is one. But of course, shifting towards a more healthier option is the best way for us to be able to maintain our health while not, while still enjoying the food that we're eating. So please check our FB page for the menu of sumptuous meal that we have and the refreshing drinks that we have as well. My favorite drink is always, as always, just their coffee in there. The black coffee, something that I'm super grateful for. Every time I go there, that's the first thing that I order. So if you are someone who likes coffee, order it up there, try it out. You're gonna have some fun and also some fun memories of your past experiences with with other people, with the people that you love, and also the people that are close to you. And just connect with Coach Rezzhel 0917-586-1661 to bring the Coffee Republic experience to your place. We are open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily for your order, pick up, and delivery. And for other ways to support our community works, you now may give us a stars in there. There's a function in there in Facebook that you can send some stars so that you can bless the space, bless the people that are speaking here. You can do fund transfer as well if you're not comfortable using Facebook. The stars in there, just send in the fund transfer. You can see that in the comment section and the caption below of this video. And if you're looking for the bank info and GCash account, please utilize that. Send some gift to all of those people, those coaches who are serving you every single day at 12 noon. If you are just new to us, or new in joining us here at Decaf Coffee Republic, if you're watching this on a shared link, welcome and thank you for being here. Marami pong salamat for the time that you invest with us. You may secretly this link of this video and invite friends to watch with you. You may also tag them in the comment section below, like what Coach Marife Garfin is currently doing right now. Give them a shout out. Send them some encouragement for this wonderful Sunday. Send them some motivation on them and be the best. Send them the best acknowledgement that you can get there and express gratitude to these people. At times we tend to forget the greatness. We tend to say hi and thank them for all of this little things that they do, which creates significant impacts in our lives, right? As for me, I would like to give a shout out to all of the mental model collectors in there. Shout out to you, Yan. We're coming into the silver, Yan. I'm a bronze mental badge holder collector. So far, I think it's a month now. This month, we should be able to get silver or next month. Yeah, no. nearing there. It's been ever since we started. Master Coach A started with a mental model masterclass. I've been learning in there. My wife has also been learning in there. It's a wonderful journey by far so far, utilizing the mental models that would allow you to think faster, to decide better, and also for you to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. So if you are not yet a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you are still missing on all of the perks that we are enjoying, today is the best time that you can take action. Please connect with Coach Rezzhel 0917-586-1661 to join us in the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning homes for mental fitness. And what you will get out of this is you'll get a 5% food and beverage discount at Decaf Coffee Republic if you want to transition to a healthy meal. Decaf Coffee Republic is a place for you if you are here in Metro Manila. And you also get a advantage of getting full access of Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A happening every fourth Saturday of the month. That's the benefit from 90-minute free coaching session with a senior coach from Life Coach Philippines. And you might say, Coach, I'm from the different part of the Philippines or abroad. How can I take advantage of the 5% food and beverage discount? Well, you can find people that you love here in Manila or other places here in the Philippines and just order it and send it to them. Bless them with that gift of love, that gift of remembering them in that present moment. And for the Mental Model Masterclass, save the date on October 30th. It's going to be at 7 p.m. for the next Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach A. It's going to be about the Thought Leadership Mental Model. Learn the Thought Leadership Mental Model and how to become the 21st century knowledge entrepreneur. So if you see in the screen in there is what you will expect in the Be Learning Society, the rise of the knowledge entrepreneur, Thought Leadership 101, and learn the knowledge supply chains, because every one of us has this knowledge that we can share, has these ideas that we can share, that we can start influencing other people, start having them to buy in and make the necessary change in this world that we are living in right now. For more information and registration, please connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661. All right, so moving on for today's episode, I will be sharing to you fatherhood, being the light of the family. For fathers out there, people would say that haligi ng tahanan at ilaw ng tahanan, di ba? Haligi ng tahanan is the father and ilaw ng tahanan is the mother. But I don't believe that. I think that we need to remove that stereotype and we need to start adjusting the way that we see fatherhood as a whole. And for me, one of the biggest learnings that I have is that fatherhood needs to be the light of the family as well, needs to be guiding the family, needs to be directing the family on where they want to go and what they want to do and what they want to achieve as a team, as a family, and this is something that I want to share to you. So please do tag your friends in there, forward this to this link to other people that you feel that would get the advantage and an unfair advantage of learning this wonderful Sunday afternoon. You might be somewhere else doing some things, relaxing because it's a weekend, but have them in. Tell them to join in. Let's have a conversation on mental preparedness as we go through the next couple of minutes. All right. Before I begin, I would just like to acknowledge, Coach Marife, Master Coach Jasmine, maraming salamat. Coach Candy Stars, and happy World Mental Health Day, Coach Shaun. Yes, it's a World Mental Health Day. It's for the month. It's a celebration of what life is and how we can start really taking care of our mental health. It's something that excited and looking forward to. It's gonna have a lot of activities in store and something to look forward to. Coach C, maraming salamat for joining. Leonard, thank you for joining me. And Coach Triso, maraming salamat. For those of you who's joining me, if this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're seeing this face, if this is the first time we have an interaction together, I am Life Coach Shaun de Joya, the man from Pasig City, a professional actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And I am a father. When I was 19 years old, started early in fatherhood. I was a director when I was 35 years old, and now I'm a workforce management consultant, and I am not normal. So that's the biggest thing that I want to highlight to you. I am not normal. Recently, I became clinically diagnosed with adjustment disorder and depressive mood and anxiety. So that is what I'm experiencing for the last, I think it has been a long time. I was not just in an acceptance that I was not normal. I thought my wife and my kid were the ones who's not normal, only to realize that, hey, I'm not normal and I have an ID to prove it. Right? That is something that, I accepted, and it's something that I'm working towards towards with. And I have emotional dysregulation where I have this tendency to feel negative emotions to the maximum level, to get extreme cases, which sometimes lead me to problematic behaviors, or sometimes I have suicidal thoughts and intense anxiety. So these are the things that I've experienced, still experiencing right now. But the beautiful thing is I'm undergoing a journey of healing and recovery with Master Coach A, who's currently my life coach, and she has been helping me with my mental health as well, and co-creating together for me to be able to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And that is something that I'm super, super, super grateful for. It's the grace of God that's allowed me to be in this space, that allowed me to still be sane and productive, not busy, because sometimes you're busy doing things that are not productive, being productive and being able to enjoy the life and the relationship that I have. And as a life coach, I empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And what I do is I teach men the 5 L's. I teach them to live, to love, to learn, to laugh, and to leave a legacy. So those are the 5 things that I help men out there and individuals who want to embark on a journey and really living the life with more meaning and fulfillment. So if you are watching this on a replay, comment in there, #replay. I'm streaming my FB page, and send us a message in here if you wish to connect with us for any points that you are able to connect or resonate with. You may find the YouTube link as well as you watch the replay in here for all of the episodes of Brewing Live in the caption of this video. If you want high definition format in here, or want to utilize this content for you to play with your, you want to share this with other people, then do so. Utilize the YouTube in there, high definition videos. If you want to get notified, then just subscribe to the channel so that you can get the learnings and new video when it comes available. All right. So my question to you is, if you are a father, or if you have a father, malamang may tatay tayo, di ba? As a father, what is our mission in this world? Have you ever asked that question? What is the mission of the fathers of this world, right? Is our mission, is it to provide to the family? Is that our core mission, to make sure that, our family have a shelter, have a home that they can live in, or, have a shelter that they can be safe as they progress in their life? Is the mission of a father to be able to send them to a good school, help them have good grades, be educated, and be more successful than where we are before? Or is it our mission as a father to create a more comfortable life to our children, so they won't experience the same experience that we have during the past? Or is it something much bigger and deeper than that? You know, as a father, it is always a great opportunity for us to set up our children towards the path of true greatness or a path of destruction. There's only two ways, only two paths. One is we father our children so that they can get out there and be great, or put them in a space that they will have destructive behaviors and destructive mindsets. And as a dad, we get to influence and shape another human's life in the form of our children. That is the most powerful gift that, the human race has, especially for the dads as well, is to be able to influence and shape how our children grow. We need to be able to, as a father, we need to be able to actively co-create with our children for their growth and development. Like right now, if you reflect on how you're parenting your children, is that co-creating co-actively with them? Because this is the most important relationship that we need to develop in this world. It's really about how we're honing our children so that they can become the best version that they were born to do. And fatherhood can make a man's life rich. It can make a man's life filled with joy and laughter. It can give a man a lasting sense of gratification and achievement. This is something that I got, which, resonated with me well when I was reflecting on the kind of father that I had. Now, I'm a father for 19 years already. And when I started didn't have any idea what fatherhood is. Made a lot of bad decisions in my life that I thought was the good route, but eventually I've learned that it was affecting how my children are seeing me, and how they're seeing the world. And being a father for me is a mission of God. It's something that God has given us in this world that we need to cultivate and make lasting change for our children and their children's children. And the reality is, however, what's happening is being a father and cultivating lasting change is not easy. It's not that easy. It's so challenging, so difficult, had a lot of those things that is not allowing us to really be successful in how we're raising our children. And the reality is, some fathers would start a family before really having an idea of what to do, what we've gotten ourselves into. As we stare our child, our daughter, our son in the face, we ask ourselves, okay, what's next? What's next for us as father? And at times we felt the struggle of figuring out how to get our children to behave, how to get our children to obey the things that we need or we're asking them to do, how to make sure that they're doing the schoolwork that they have or doing the chores at their home. And you might be wondering right now, how can you start to relate to your children, especially when they're teenagers? I have two teenagers right now, 19 and 16 years old, that constantly argues with you if you are raising concerns and issues with them. Have you ever experienced that? Maybe you're a mom right now. And these are the things that you're experiencing. And eventually, when you figure out how to help them during that stage, eventually, you're able to connect with them, you're able to understand them. Eventually, they start transitioning to the next phase. And you start asking, what happened? We're just doing well. Then suddenly, things started to change, and you can't seem to catch up with the change on what you see every single day. And being able to reflect on the culture that we have today, there's really not much guidance on how we need to be a father. We just learn along the way. We do what we think what's best. And unfortunately, this approach, however, is not really equipping our children to make the right decisions for their future and their children's future. In 1954, I'll share with you a statistic. 4% of the children were born outside of marriage. 4%, 1954. Fast forward 2007, that number ballooned to 40%, and the number remains today the same, some a little bit higher than 40%, and this holds true in US, in the EU, and take a look at it. It's something that we need to take a look at as well in the Philippines. And the effect of having children having a fatherless homes are they are most likely to be poor. They are most likely have a behavior problem. They are most likely to be convicted of crime, and they're most likely to be abused, use drugs, or be overweight. On the flip side, however, when a child has a father present growing up, they're more likely to get better grades. They are more emotionally secured. There will be less sexually active, sexual activities. And fourth is there be more physically healthy. Now you would say that, hey, coach, as a father, I'm there. I'm there with my children. I'm able to see my children and so on and so forth. I'm living with them. Everything's doing well, but still my children are unruly, are not obeying when we're talking to them and telling them what to do. Well, there's what I call a parenting physically present. There are parents that are physically present, but unfortunately, at most time, and I'm not exempted here, parents are mentally, spiritually, and emotionally absent. That there's no connection. There's no investment of conversations that aligns, synergizes the both of you, and have that spiritual connection of helping our children understand why they are born in this world, their significance, and being emotionally invested that they are able to connect with us. And as a parent, What we need to be doing is to be willing to put all of the effort to our children and embracing this long winding road of building and cultivating ourselves in our family. Parents need to build and cultivate the family. That is one of the biggest foundations that we need to do. And what are the foundations that we need to start developing? What are the foundations that we need to start building and cultivating for us to be able to be the light of the family or to put light in the family? And as we progress this Sunday, I want to share to you some Bible verses that able to resonate with me. I want to share to you how these verses are influencing and must influence how we see parenting. That we're able to start connecting it on that level. Number one, of the foundations that we need to start developing for us to put light of the family in the family as a father is to have this idea that the family is God's idea. In Genesis 2 verse 45, it says that therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. His purpose for us as human beings is to be able to relate with one another, to be able to co-create as husbands and wife, to provide a mentally safe space for our children to thrive. These days, however, what happens is parents see our children as a source of stress rather than parents thinking about how they're currently creating or cultivating a good space for their children to be able to express themselves and share their ideas and share their thoughts. In Psalm 127, verse 3 to 5, it said that, behold, children are the heritage and gift from the Lord. A heritage and a gift. Wanted to highlight that. The children are our gift from the Lord, and it's also something that we can leave behind. And it's a fruit of the womb, which is a reward. Children are a reward for all of the things that we need to do. It said in the verse that like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the children of one's youth. Blessed is the man who fills his quiver with them, and he shall not be put to shame when he speaks with his enemies in the gate. God does not see that children are obstacles in every parent's life. They are a gift. They are not a burden. They are not a distraction. They're a heritage, a reward, and a gift to many parents out there. And it means that we need not just take a look at our children as checklists. That, hey, I need to do this for my children. I need to give this for my children. I need to do X for my children. I want my children to be like this, and so on and so forth. That is not what parenting and being a father is all about. We must be human beings rather than human doings. We just don't do things. We're becoming someone who's fathering our children so that we are helping them restore the honor into our life. So that is one. Number two is fatherhood is a God-given commission. Yan. Commission refers to an area of responsibility that has been entrusted to us. Think about it like you're an officer or a soldier who's given an authority and responsibility to act and to lead. And Proverbs 22:6 said that train up your children in ways that they should go, teaching them to seek God's wisdom and will for their abilities and talents. Even then, when they grow older, they will still depart from it. They will not depart from it. And also 1 Timothy 3 verse 4 says that he must manage his own household well. And this means that keeping his children under control with all dignity, keeping them respectful and well behaved. And as a parent, we are entrusted of this incredible task of nurturing, guiding, and also equipping our children for the life that they will live. And therefore, we must support them We must be there for them, even though at their highs and at their lows. We must be there for them to support them. Life commissioned, officers, they are entrusted with the welfare and the development of those under them. And as a father, that is something that we are being called to do. And this is the same that holds true for us in the household when we are in our houses. It is being a good steward and having that responsibility to cultivate and nurture the hearts, the minds, and the guts of our children. Not just the mind. We don't end with cultivating the mind. We also cultivate the heart and the guts of our children. And this is the gift that God has given us on what we need to do. Number 3 is fatherhood takes intentionality. It means that we need to be deliberate in all that you do. As a father, how deliberate are you or how intentional are you with nurturing your children? How intentional are you with caring for your children? Sometimes, because of the busy life that we have, I call it BCBs. We're so BCBs that we tend to outsource this task, this commitment, this, gift to our parents, to our wife, to caretakers, to the school, sometimes to the church, expecting that they would be able to care for our children and nurture them. But that is not fully the role of these people. The role of a father is to intentionally, if you're a dad, to engage with your children so that they think, they act, they pray, they learn new ways to connect with God and also with you. Number 4, father needs to be wise and also focus on the heart. This is for me some of the biggest realizations that I have, that I tend to focus too much on being physically present and providing to my family financially, that I lose sight of what's really important and what God is asking us to do. It's focusing on the heart of the individual, teaching our children to work hard, solve their own problems, make decisions rightly, keeping their feelings or for themselves, or never opening up their hearts to others is not something that we need to teach them. It's something that we need to change, and it's something that is allowing children to be deficient with that heart. The children becomes toxic, that they don't know what to do next. They don't know how to respond. And at times, when they respond, the parents are the one getting irritated. Why do you speak that way? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Everything is about why. So no wonder the children are so disconnected with the parents, with the fathers, because there's no investment in emotions. There's no investment in the heart. And they are being hurt emotionally. And sometimes they feel that it's okay at times, but not being able to teach them that it's okay to cry, it's okay to be sad, it's okay sometimes that you're angry, that's all okay. But who's helping them, nurturing that, so that they're comfortable doing it? At times we get to focus too much with our external behavior, the external behavior of our children, that we lose sight of what's within them. Luke 6:45 says that the good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good. And evil persons out of evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So how are you currently speaking to your children? Is it coming from the abundance of the heart that you have? Or it's coming from a feeling that there's lacking, that there's something, that our children needs to do, rather than really helping them understand what they need to do in this world? A person's behavior is an expression of what's going within them. They're not bad people. Children are not that. They just need to feel understood. And lastly, fathers depend on the grace of God. This is the biggest learning that I have for the last 3 years of becoming a certified life coach and going through the life coaching journey and being a product of life coaching as well. The wise father recognizes that we are also broken. We are also broken too. We are not perfect. We are not whole. We have our pains. We have our sufferings. We have our nuances. And we have all of these things that's not serving us to be better. And I've learned when I was going through the coaching process that we need to start forgiving ourselves for all of these things that we've done. And we need to start forgiving ourselves for what our parents have done for us or what our parents have not done for us. Luke 7 verse 47 says that he who is forgiven little loves little. So expressing forgiveness is showing love. And this is where the grace of God is what we need to experience. Because that is one that is able to connect, for us to connect with our children. We need to have this grace of God that we need and we need to welcome to soften our hearts in every single moment so that we can strengthen us in our shortcomings and empowering us to be the father, to be the dad that we are called to be. We need to seek guidance. We need to seek guidance during our times of stress and our times of eustress. That is what the father needs to be as a light to the family. It starts with you to be the light for yourself first and finding your spiritual connection. Because the more that we're able to connect ourselves with our Creator, we're able to understand ourselves more. We're able to accept that, hey, it's okay, we're not okay. Then the better it is for us to make better decisions for our children and to guide them so that they can be successful and they live a better life than we have. Thank you for joining me today and supporting the advancement of mental fitness. Because of the ongoing MECQ, the free talk of mental preparedness every Saturday at 4 p.m. is temporarily put on hold, but you can still connect with us for any coaching needs. It's 24/7, and we will support you the best possible way. If you are interested to become a professional service provider as a life coach or mental health coach, like us, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661. You see there, Coach Rezzhel. Connect with her, know more about Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program by Master Coach A. We are now accepting application for mental health certification and internship program with limited slots. So make sure that you are able to get that reservation with Coach Rezzhel. Join us back tomorrow. It's the same time, same digital space for episode 103, Childhood Influences and Safe Habitat with Coach Rezzhel. It's a good transition from fatherhood, then you get the childhood influences as well. Continue learning, continue to invest in yourself. And I tell you, pray for the grace of God. For the men out there, start kneeling and start asking for the grace of God. I tell you, it's a powerful journey. It's a powerful feeling because it makes you humble. It keeps you humble and it puts you in a space that, hey, God is there in control. We only need to follow what God is asking us to do. Teacup Coffee Republic is located inside Pioneer Center compound, or widely known as PC. We are just across Bayanihan Center at Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Street, Capitolio, Pasig City. Maraming salamat. This is again Life Coach Shaun from Pasig City, mentally fit to serve you in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. This is us in the Philippines. If you need support and help, message us, connect with me. We offer coaching services and we offer complimentary coaching. Stay with us, stay connected. Help is available. La bam boom, la bam boom, la bam boom. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.